Alright guys, what's up? It's Lukey Pookey here. Actually, you might have noticed I changed my channel name to The Sandwich Artist. It's kind of a confusing name. I could have been Card Artist or something like that, but the main reason it's The Sandwich Artist is because the type of cardistry I like to do is what I call sandwich cardistry. I know I'm kind of silhouetted right now, but it's kind of stuff where it's like, ooh. Oh, messed up because of camera. But you can see it kind of like, just has that feel like closing a sandwich where it's like, oh, boom. I call it sandwich cardistry because you kind of open and close the same way. I really like that feel. Like, here's another sandwich cardistry. Yeah, I don't know how well this background is for filming cardistry, but it's something that we shall endure. Alright, so I just changed the lighting, and now, ooh, I think that looks a lot better. You can kind of actually see the cards. Got this annoying shadow. This isn't the greatest fill light. So my lighting's slightly off because of the shadow. I'm not sure how I can fix that. But it's fine. Alright, so I apologize for this shadow lighting. I will fix it later when I get, I don't know, just more time. But this is already taking too long. It's been 4 minutes since I started filming, and I want this to get out here. Second off, I actually worked at Subway for like 2 years, and it was a blast. I met so many people there, and I spent so much time doing cardistry when I should have been working. And you know, Subway's just a holy place of great sandwiches. Alright, time to get in today's subject. The reason you all clicked on this paper, boom, 2 2016 decks, I'm pretty sure. We have the Jaspas deck playing cards, which sell on eBay for around $45. And then second off, we have the Virtuosos, the Virts 2016 deck, which sell for about $25 to $30 on eBay. So these are the difference, and I'm just gonna kind of chill and do some cardistry, practice standing up while doing cardistry. It's something that we all need to work on, and we're gonna kind of just compare them. So right now, vote, whichever corner it is, which deck you think will be my preference, or which one you think will be better, and let's get to it. All right, the music's gonna be Zelda remixes. If you ever have suggestions for music for these segments or these episodes, let me know. And this type of video is coming to you every day, 20 minutes. I don't know if we'll compare 2 different decks every day, but we'll definitely do cardistry every day. Alright, I'm gonna kind of turn that up because I like music. If it's overwhelming, let me know. I don't know. Alright. We're up. Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes. Alright, the timer is set. Music's playing, so we're gonna have 10 minutes with this deck, which is the Verts. So here you can see, ooh, lighting. Alright, so here you can see this is the design. And here's the other side. As the Verts, they have these 2 lines on each side, and it kind of looks cool when you do a fan, right? So let's see here. If you do some cardistry, you'll see how it looks. Ooh, snap, crackle, dackling. Alright. The thing about the Verts is, ooh. They have a really good smell. And both these decks are pretty new. I've used them like 2 times, so we'll see about that. But man, oh man, these smell so good. Oh, if you want to buy these just for the smell, I'd recommend it. So we'll see kind of what they feel like if I'm just casually doing some cardistry. I'm not the best cardist, obviously, but I am going to Cardistry Con. Yeah, and so I am very excited, and this is how I'm gonna keep myself honest with practicing. I'm gonna make one of these at least 5 days a week, don't hold it to me. I'm gonna see how long it takes to upload and edit this type of video. So one thing I noticed about the verts is this looks like a simple design, right? But it really isn't a simple. I'm trying to get it focused. Okay, so it looks like a simple design, this like stripes and stuff, but there's a lot of thought that was put into this. First off, as you may know, these look great in spins. Like the camera did not know what to do there. It was like, oh, I need more headspace. All right, and second off with the design is that they had this beautiful, like, this might not be the best one to show it. There's this beautiful, let me try that again. There's this beautiful yellow on top, but if I fan it the other way, it's gray on top. So in table spreads, it just looks so, like, good. And it's one of the reasons why it's such a good design is because you can do stuff and it just helps you look like you're doing more than you're actually doing. And that's the whole point of Cardistry playing cards. Okay. Dropped a card and disappeared. Oh. Okay. So far, it's kind of like a thinner, flimsy stock. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm worried about the cards breaking. I don't know if it's because I don't have fanning powder on them or if it's because just the way it is, but like the cut on the side, you can kind of listen to how it's cut. It's like, I don't know, it just feels, it violates my fingers, if that makes sense. It kind of hurts in a weird way, and you don't want that when you're doing cardistry. But I think if you give the old slide, like any other USPCC deck, kind of will help. I don't know, it's just a thing about USPC, which is bicycle if you don't know what I'm talking about. So we'll see here. Oh, okay. And then another thing is, like, I would highly recommend just like practicing cardistry on camera. You can see I'm looking over to the right. That's so I can make sure I have everything high enough. Ooh. That good old spin swivel. Like these, you can see they look really good in those spins. Okay. I'm gonna try. Let's try some sandwich cardistry and see how they look in that. Which is like, you wouldn't want to film sandwich cardistry from this angle. I think it's either up or down or angled. So I'll try to, here we go. Ooh. I don't really know how that looked, I wasn't watching, but I think it looks pretty good. The white on the front right here, these little white triangles, it's like, you can see, that looks pretty good. One thing the verts are known for is the card twirls, right? Flicker. They look really good in flicker, I'll admit that. They look really good in that. That's one thing, that's one reason I would get these cards, is they are really good. And if you're wondering why I'm doing 2016 decks and not new ones, is because there's just something about using an old deck. You can't really, like, get the feeling anywhere else. Alright, we'll do one giant spring, no promises. I'm on camera, it will not be as good. I'll probably open my mouth if you watch, like, really closely. You see that? It's like a nasty habit. I can do... Alright, that's a little better. Gotta practice so I don't look like a complete peasant at CardistryCon. There we go. That was pretty good. Alright, for all you magicians out there, don't mean to wreck you, but, oh wait, I'm doing it the wrong way. You can see the classic worm. I would recommend doing cardistry looking at your hands most of the time. Alright. So the verts, great design. Love it. It feels like a lot of other bicycle decks, but I'll admit they are innovative, and that is something. Okay, let's try that again. Boom, boom, boom. Well, that's the one thing. Working at Subway, I know it's kind of random. It was really fun actually. You got to meet a lot of interesting customers. a lot of people that wanted you to not charge them extra for bacon or yelling at you. Is, you know, great times, great times. A little Subway tip or fact is you can always ask for more veggies. You can get as many as you want, but there's this little like chart and it tells you to only put 6 olives on a foot-long sandwich. And it was like, if you were able to do that with a customer without them telling you to do more, you were like legendary. Like, being able to put 6 olives on a foot long and make it look like it's a lot, that's hard stuff. That's I would say that's impossible. If you want to know what the moves are called, this one's called, I don't know, it's by Jaspas. You can find it on Ekaterina's channel. They did a collab. Alright, this is my favorite card twirl. It's by Jaspas. It's you simply just go out, in, and back in. It's such a good twirl. It's on School of Cardistry. See, the one thing you have to practice is your framing with Cardistry, because when you're practicing, you're usually like sitting down, have the card just casually in your lap. So when you're filming, you're like, oh, I have to have the cards up here. And then you just are so much worse when you're filming, right? Do these have the ad cards in them? One thing I like to do usually is, don't judge me, taste cards, but I can't taste these because it'll ruin them. And normally if you're filming a cardistry video, you don't want to film everything from the same angle. So maybe I'll try to get close, but if I go close it kind of gets silhouette. Ooh, this is one thing. Focus on the cards. Whew. Okay. Experimental. Let's see what this looks like. So I call this, I can't really come up with a good name with it, that's not inappropriate, but if you rub the cards together, you get this kind of like spooky thing like that. They usually fall, but if you put fanning powder in it, you can get it really high and you can do some fun stuff with it. Let's see if I can do something cool with it. I'm still in the experimental phase. Ugh. Okay, so right there it's starting to, and you can kind of see, when I go close, try to keep it in the lighting. It's kind of like I don't know, you can kind of hold it like this, it's kind of cool. It's interesting. I might change my lighting when that timer goes off. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, but assume the timer's still going. We're just gonna, sorry for the pause in music. Clock, is the timer still going? 17 seconds left. Okay, let's do some quick cardistry in that time. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, snap, crackle, dackle. 5 seconds left. Alright. So that was the verts. Stop the timer. Add 10 minutes back onto the clock, and we'll switch to the Jaspas deck. One thing I noticed is when I'm filming videos, I tend to talk so loud, and it's probably not a good thing because it makes my voice sound different and it's not very casual. You don't want someone just yelling at you, and I'm like, sorry, that's my announcer voice. I will try to change it right now, but we do have the Jaspas deck. I am going to change my lighting so when I go close it doesn't go super dark. Give me like 2 seconds. Alright. Now I can get close, show the close-up. So here's the box of the verts. Cool, with the verts, if you have like 3 of them, it makes a little like pattern, really cool. And here's a box of the Jaspas deck. Oh, right here, boom, boom. See, they're already open. Alright, time to put 10 minutes on the clock starting now. Hurry, get the music. And here we go. So Jaspas, one thing I love about his decks is they're all just so different from each other. If you buy one NDO deck and you buy another, it'll be a completely different feel. I think it's because they were trying to grow cardistry as an art form, and so is the verts, but they're experimental, and that's why I love Indio, so I'm a little biased, but I'll try to give my honest feedback. One thing I noticed already is these cards feel a lot stickier, not like pulling them apart, well actually a little bit. They feel like like pulling it apart like this is very satisfying just because it has that like pop to it, and I love that. I actually really like that feeling. Let's see how they smell compared to the verts. A little different. I don't think this smells good, honestly. They kind of remind me. They remind me of like paper utensils. Like if you ever smell something like a paper utensil, that's kind of what they smell like, I guess. Mixed with like, I don't know, some like just soy sauce. Oh, that might sound really racist. But it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of like, I'd say like paper utensils mixed with soy sauce. Okay, so one thing that is cool about this is the ad cards. They're super cool. You can see they like are just so different. They're the Jokers technically. And here's a little secret. If you want to waste all your money but get a really rare deck, you buy 52 of these boys and boom, you have a completely unique deck. Yeah, I want to do that someday. And I'm not sure, but one reason I think they did that is when you fan, you can get these like little, I don't know if you can see it, but you get these like little slits of the color. I think it looks so good. So it's really genius that they did that. One thing they always try to do is they try to make these two colors really not compromising, but contrasting, so that when you're doing cardistry, it looks like more is happening, like you're grabbing so many different packs and stuff. Obviously they don't look as good in fans. I mean, except for the banana color, but like, they don't look as good in fans. I think I'm actually losing some image quality because of the whiteness right now. Like, they might be blown out. But you can see that's what they look like up close compared to, oh, let's see here. So here's the difference. And you can kind of see they just have a different feel. This one's more like, these colors really contrast, and I used to not be a fan of it, but they both look so good. This one just looks really like clean, but leaves me feeling uneasy. And this one just like, ugh. I love Jaspas decks. Okay, I got distracted. I probably should have done that after then, but live and learn. One thing Jaspas decks are known for looking good at, I probably won't be able to do it perfectly, but stuff like that. Ooh, that was a bad waterfall. We're gonna have to try it again, boys. Okay, my announcer voice is everywhere. Calm your voice down. Here we go. Okay, guys, so here is what... I have to do that looking at my hands. I can't do that one looking at the lens, so let's see if I can do it. Nice, nice, solid. Ooh, so this stock is a little, it's a little thicker than the vert stock, and especially against the crush stock now. But the thing I like about it is I feel like they're gonna last longer, because all the thin stocks, you do a few springs and then they're done. Yeah. So this might be a little harder to spring, so I might start out with a different deck, but this one can be pretty much sprung just as well with a few practices to get used to the deck. So let's try that one again. There we go. I can usually do better springs. It's hard to not do it from down here by my hip, but to do it up here. So that's something I need to practice, obviously. How do they look in sandwich cardistry? Let's do this angle. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, let's see here. Fans. One thing I really like, I mean, to be fair, their fans aren't as good as the verts, but one thing in their point is I really like having just this one dot on the fan. It makes me like, it just feels kind of good. Maybe they did that on purpose. I don't know about that. Alright, so sorry about that. The camera got full of space and it kind of like, so it got full. I don't know how, it's a 128 gigabyte SD card. So it got full, but we have 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, and let's get right back into it. Boom, music, boom. Alright, I'll put a link to the music down in the description below. And you know what's also below? That like button. Okay, sorry, that's my YouTuber joke. Like, any YouTuber that says that is obviously, I don't know, a comedy. Alright, so one thing I do like about these cards is because of these dots, like, it just, you can see, it looks like, I don't know, it's helps you focus on the cards because there's a better focus point. Because the focus point on these cards is the very middle, right? But it's like, it kind of blends in, so like, it kind of gets lost, right? Where the focus point on these cards is the dots, which also look good in spins. Wow, I think cards just look good spinning in general. Okay, so in twirls, I don't think they look as crazy as the verts because the verts just have so many colors on the front that it's like, boom. But they still do look really good in twirls. Yeah, that's something I think Jaspas is really good. I think he designs these cards, I'm not sure. But he's really good at making a difference between the fronts and the backs to help you look like you're doing more. Alright, we'll do some spin symbols because I know I did that earlier. Alright, I didn't do Brenda, and it's really hard to do like original moves when you're being filmed because you don't spend time like having to learn them as hard, I guess. They're more just like casual, so then when you're filmed, you're in like this presentation mode, so it's kind of hard to remember your own moves, at least for me. Leave a comment down below if you want another Cardistry underwater video. I really enjoyed making that video, and I really want to experiment with what you can do with Cardistry, what different environments, what laws of physics you can use to your advantage, and it's just cool. Whew. Okay. One thing you should know is the verts look really good in that move right there, so let's see if I can get a better one. That's like what they're known for. So at the very end, I'll do one of those with the verts and we can kind of compare them to see what they look like. Ooh, 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 ooh. I didn't even know the cards were like that. One cool thing about these cards is that all the pips are centered actually. So they're all centered. So you can take any card, 10 of spades, and they've actually replaced all of them so that they're centered. Now, does yellow show up good on camera? Not unless you expose things properly, but generally it doesn't, so that's kind of the minus on the Jaspas deck. But really, I just love how these feel on my hands. They're so different than any other deck I've like touched before. That's just like interesting, you know? And that's one thing that helps me not get bored of Cardistry, is feeling different decks. Oh, here's a move I haven't done in a while. Boom. Ooh, oh. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Here's one of my moves that I just came up with. Oh, that's so hard when you're on camera and just in general, so. Okay, let's see. Here's another one. Oh, clip that edge right there. I'm working on this still. Boom. That's kind of just a cool little fun move. Alright, let's do Fish by Jaspas deck and see how that looks. So my goal is to make one of these videos every day because they don't require as much work as my other videos. And I need to practice Cardistry, so this is my time to practice Cardistry. This is my time to practice getting filmed at Cardistry. Ooh, Okay, to be fair though, the verts also look really good in that move because there's that contrasting line, if you remember, where there's colors on both sides, and we're out of time. Alright, which one do you think this is is just better? Which one do you like personally? Because this is a personal experience. I'm not saying one is better than the other. They're both great, phenomenal decks. First off, the videos that were advertising this deck, I think I have to say Verts won, although this video was really good. But the Verts liquid paper, such a good video. It's probably what got me into cardistry, to be honest, besides Jaspas and his vlogs and that. But this video for this deck, it was more like a product advertisement where it was just telling you what things were good and bad about it. So let's take a moment just to compare what was different about these decks. The spreads look like they have this arrow, where the spreads on this one aren't as like, if you do it go in the middle, they're not as good. So I think this one wins on spreads. And on design, I think they're just so different. Let's say the Verts win by half a point on design. On fill, these cards win. They're better to fill, they're just better. Smell, Verts win. Fill, these ones win. And fill is really important if you think about it. I like this deck better because I like Jaspas, but I think if you're making a cardistry video, this is tough. This is like, I was not ready to answer this question today. I had no idea I was going to be doing this. Alright. I do think the Verts are designed better, but I'm going to say this deck wins for my personal preference. Maybe it's biased, but the reason it wins is it's probably USPC, but out of the box, these just feel so good out of the box. They fan perfectly, while the USPCC cards don't feel necessarily as good, and that's because, you just like, I don't want to take a deck and have to like rub it every time, you know, get it to feel good like that. And that's why I picked these ones to win. It's just because they have a better feeling, and I don't know, they just like, my hands just feel so good afterwards. They're kind of like, it's just so, this one was more relaxing for me to use. If you want to suggest decks for me to compare, let me know, and I will do so. They're both great decks. You can buy them on eBay. They're both sold out. Maybe I'll do decks that aren't sold out next time. And guys, this is the end of the video. I am hopefully getting better at talking on camera. You can press that subscribe thing if you want to, but I just like making videos, and I want to find a way to make a video consistently. I think this series might be it. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I don't know why I'm doing this because it needs to be black. Oh, boom. Bye.